Good morning, my beautiful soul family. Danya Sperry here, spokesperson for Aubriana Rose. Today we're going to be discussing a couple different topics, one of which is how to be a wonderful role model for our children if we are parents. And the advice that we're going to be discussing today for parents can also be taken into account if we're not parents, even if we're not even step parents. And what I mean by that is that the same advice given to be good parents needs to be given to ourselves, because it's the beginning stages of self-love. It's essentially eliminating the negative chatter within our head and bringing in love for the little wounded parts of ourself, the parts of ourselves that have suffered from trauma, the parts of ourselves that have low self-esteem, the parts of ourselves that have insecurity, the parts that have been bullied in school, and the list goes on and on. So it's not just whether or not we have children or stepchildren that we're raising, but it's about, again, acknowledging the inner child within us, within every individual. So we're going to start with an example. When I'm teaching my students about meditation, for starters, the first thing I always go over with them is it's not easy when we're first learning meditation, because the mind wants to take over and distract us from what we're trying to do, which is essentially bring in inner peace. So I always tell my students when we work together is when you find yourself being distracted with thoughts such as possibly, oh, what am I going to make for dinner tonight? Oh, did I remember to take the clothes out of the dryer and did I hang them up? Oh my gosh, I can't believe the neighbor did this. The list goes on and on. This person treated me so rudely today. Things like that enter into our mind while we're trying to bring in a state of peace and calm. So think of it as a loving parent. So when you're doing your meditating and your mind starts taking off, which it will, no one is perfect with that. When your mind starts rattling around and distracting you, think of yourself as a loving parent and lovingly guide yourself back to the breathing. Don't go, oh, damn it, why do you keep doing this? Or, oh my gosh, can't you just stay focused? No, that isn't loving. Be kind to yourself and bring yourself back, acknowledging, whoa, I was gone on that track for quite a while. Acknowledging it lovingly and bringing yourself back every single time. Don't berate yourselves. The world is chaotic enough right now with all the changes going on in the world. Be patient with yourself and loving. Did you know that when you start to master meditation, you will actually lower your blood pressure? You will have a healthier heart. You will have a calmer central nervous system. And you will begin learning an inner calm that just makes you feel so peaceful inside, as if nothing can rattle you, not even what's going on in the world today. And another really cool another really amazing thing about meditating is when you silence your mind and you're concentrating on this area, the frontal lobe of the brain, we're sending energy to a portion of the brain that's dormant and has never been used. And that part of the brain is the part that's connected with everyone on earth, recognizing we're all one, living from our heart and not our mind, and recognizing that all the animal life, the plant kingdom, all the elementals were related. And we don't think that when we're way back here in the reptilian portion of our brain. That part of our brain is more about fight or flight. It's connected to the parasympathetic gland which is also connected to the central nervous system. So that's another really important reason that we want to begin learning meditation, so that we can get into a dormant portion of our brain, sending energy to it, therefore becoming a better person. And wow, do we need that nowadays? We really do. So that was just a few baby steps of information in regards to benefits of meditating. Another topic, it's somewhat connected to the reptilian portion of our brain, the fight or flight mode. When a person is in fear mode, they're contracted, they're afraid. And oftentimes when they're covering up fear, they become very anxious or angry or explosive. It's all covering up their fear, but they're contracted. And when we're coming from a place of love, we're expansive, we feel buoyant and relaxed and happy. What I'd like to do is read a portion from Learning to Fly. All right, so back to tools for being a better parent. Now, please remember again, keep in mind that if we're not a parent, this also applies to the inner child within us. There's 10 excellent examples for being a good parent. Please understand that I am growing up and changing very fast. It must be difficult to keep up with me, but please try. Remember, this is a child speaking to you, okay? Listen to me and give me brief, clear answers to my questions. Then I will keep sharing my thoughts and feelings. Reward me for telling the truth. Then I'm not frightened into lying. Tell me when you make mistakes and what you learned from them. Then I can accept that I am okay, even when I make mistakes too. Number 5. Pay attention to me and spend time with me. Then I can believe that I am important and worthwhile. Number 6. Do the things you want me to do. Then I have a good and positive role model. 7. Trust and respect me. Even though I am smaller than you, I have feelings and needs just like you. Compliment and appreciate me. Then I'll want to continue to please you. Help me explore my unique interests, talents, and potential. In order for me to be happy, I need to be me and not you or someone you want me to be. I'm going to read that one again. That's number 9. Help me explore my unique interests, talents, and potential. In order for me to be happy, I need to be me and not you or someone else you want me to be. So many parents, most parents fall into this sad category. Number 10, final bullet point. Be an individual and create your own happiless, then you can teach me the same, and I can live a happy, successful, and fulfilling life. I'm going to repeat number 1 one more time because it's just tender and it really drives home the point. Please understand that I am growing up and changing very fast. It must be difficult to keep up with me, but please try. Now, any parent listening to these guidelines from Learning to Fly, I want to show you the back of the book too. It's just so sweet. The little girl, the little boy got cut out, but the little girl is trying to learn how to fly as well. So it's not just about girls learning to fly, it's about boys and girls learning to fly. So many people, or parents rather, fall into the category of really wanting to alter their children's life because they're upset they didn't do these things when they were young. Therefore, they're going to live their life through their children. You're really robbing them of their gift and their gifts that were given to them by God to lead out in this life. And it's important that we remind ourselves that children are a gift from God. They're not ours to be manipulated, controlled, and talked down to because they're this small child. They're impressionable, and they need our love, and they need our support, and they need to know that they can count on us to be honest and forthright and truthful with them. So thank you so much for joining me with this vital topic of having healthy children and helping rear them into being amazing young adults when they're older. We're living in very challenging times right now, and ultimately, to keep our peace under life's adversities is imperative. Please remember the breath works that I taught you last week. They're truly vital for us to be doing these breath works, especially now with what's going on. And we will be touching more on meditation. I know I touched on it a little bit this morning in the brief topic at the introduction, but we will be touching more on that. All right, my beautiful soul family, I love you. And again, keep your faith, stay peaceful and calm amongst life's storms. You are not alone. We're all in this together. Again, I love you. Bye.